What is up, YouTube? Welcome back, humanity. Today we're going to touch on, have you been ruining all your hard work and progress on your health and fitness without even realizing it? In the next few minutes, you'll discover how weekends and holidays could be ruining all your hard work. But the answer could change your health forever. So here's what you need to know. Let's first start off with the Pareto principle. The Pareto principle is a long and well-established concept, often summarized as 80% of results comes from 20% of your effort. It was named after Vilfredo Pareto. He was an Italian who observed that 80% of Italy's land was owned by just 20% of the population. This principle has been stretched across many different industries and professions, and it does hold true in many scenarios. That principle that a lot of people relate to business and health is actually hurting you. This conception makes you think that over the course of 7 days a week, you can sort of take off 2 of those days, being the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, and still have 80% of the results. It's vitally crucial to focus on the day-to-day healthy habits, but also understand the weekly, the monthly, and the yearly bigger picture. So let's break it down. There are 52 weeks in a year, which means 104 weekend days, 52 Saturdays, 52 Sundays. The number of holidays varies by people's lifestyle and what country you're in, but 20 to 40 holidays a year is reasonable. Adding all of these days together gives you 124 days off plan, which equates to about 17 weeks. Subtracting this from a year, 365 days, gives you about 241 days on track, actually doing the things that you should be doing, which is about 34 weeks. And I'm not just talking if you take a cheat day, a whole cheat day, but even just a cheat meal on that one day, or even 2 days in a week. Across my experience with myself and clients, the biggest driving factor is wanting to lose body fat. Let's start with the general rule that there are 3,500 calories in 1 pound of body fat. Therefore, if you eat in a daily deficit of 500 calories each day over 7 days, 5 times 7 equals 3,500. So in a week, you would lose 1 pound of body fat if done correctly. Or if you wanted to stretch it and lose 2 pounds of body fat per week, 1,000 calorie deficit each day over 7 days is 7,000 calories, which is a loss of 2 pounds of body fat. This is the healthy range that most people understand is recommended. But overindulgence on a day or both weekend days in a week could negate the whole calorie deficit for the entire week. For example, consuming an extra 1,750 calories on each of the weekend days or spread throughout the week, whether it be drinking, fast food, cheat meals, sugar, however you get into that surplus, it could actually negate the whole 5 days of eating that caloric deficit. Therefore, starting you at baseline again, or even having you gain weight. That's why it's so important to understand the bigger picture as well as locking in on the day-to-day daily habits. So how do we account for this and provide a solution? Instead of focusing on these 5 days of the week, I'm doing this, and on these 2 days, I can do this a little different. Building consistent daily habits that we abide by is going to help you maintain long-term success instead of focusing on, for these, however many days, weeks, months, I am doing a diet, and then after that, I'm going to go back to my old lifestyle and gain everything back and plus even more, and then hey, I'll see you in a few months once I've hit rock bottom. The first step is following a structured program. This provides guidance and accountability and makes it a lot easier to stick to a health and fitness regimen. Having someone that's helped multiple people achieve the goal as well as themselves and walk the walk how they talk it. Understanding the pitfalls both physically and mentally in the process of changing your body is really important. So working with a coach, following a coach's program that helps you kind of take out the thinking process and you just look, understand, and then build the habits, and then over time, you should be able to deviate from the program and just have those daily habits instilled in your everyday life. The key is adopting a lifestyle change and not just a short-term habit change. While you can focus on the short term, understanding that the long term is where the great success comes from, like it does in anything, is especially true when it comes to diet and recompositioning your body. A lot of times when we tell ourselves or other people no to things, they begin to start to want to focus on yes to those things. So focus on starting the parameters of what is a yes in the daily decision making. Some type of movement activity every day, core foundational meals and supplements that you're going to be taking every day. So you're building a habit with, hey, today I'm going to have this meal for lunch every day. Maybe it changes in a little bit variance, but I'm going to start my day off with this supplement drink, this amount of water, electrolytes. Starting your day off with a morning routine is a great way to start, and then habit stacking that. So morning, this is what I do when I wake up. I have this morning drink, and then I'm going to do this outside walk for 15, 30, 45 minutes and start my day off boosting my metabolism. And then the next day or the next week, after adding in that daily morning routine, we're going to add on to what I'm doing next. Is it a snack? Is it a lunch? Am I fasting? Building out a strong criteria for what you should be doing every day instead of focusing on what you shouldn't. Once you have instilled this foolproof plan on your daily habits that you must do, then you start to look on how do I optimize this for my long-term success? Do I want to feel crappy by eating the processed foods? Instead of thinking about the benefits of the short-term mouth pleasure that you get from eating crappy foods, focus on the feelings that you get from eating healthy, whole foods. The extra energy, the better sleep, the better mood, the sustained energy throughout the day instead of eating a high processed or high sugar meal and then having that afternoon crash. One of the biggest things that factor into hunger signals and losing and gaining body fat is sleep.